People I'm playing against keep having the Skymark rock, and it bothers me. I would love to play first. Yeah, this'll do. It's got the Fencing Ace Chorus of Might combo, which, as we've proved, is capable of winning games that I don't even see. I'm just like, that was insane. In limited. I mean, that's the kind of thing that happens in EDH. I'll swing with my 2020 guy. You know, that does not happen in limited. That was cool. Sorry. Leading with the planes here. More out of habit than anything else. I can't top deck simultaneously. Oh, he's got his red mana this time. And he's showing it off straight away. Ah! I've drawn my red mana, you fools. And a Golgari decoy. That might come in handy. So I've got both my ways of mising wins in his hand, Chorus of Might and Golgari decoy. Both of them rely on having board states clogged with creatures, which should happen. I mean, I've got Seller of Songbirds coming down, Towering Indrik coming down if I draw some lands. Come on, Common Bond. Oh! If I play that now, he could have like Annihilating Fire or something. So if I hold it for a turn, I mean, chances are he doesn't Annihilating Fire with Seller of Songbirds. But if I hold it for a turn, then my ability to populate... Yeah, because if I play it now, and I don't draw lands, then I've got nothing to populate anyway, so it'll just be sitting there, really. So the Seller of Songbirds actually has a much bigger impact on the board right now than just a random 2-2. Possibly I should have attacked, but there's no way he doesn't block there. No way at all. Yeah. Almost certainly he'd just block. And there are hasty things that you could play. That Fencing Ace does a good job of blocking, you know, Backdoor Shred Freak and such. I'm not saying it's necessarily worth it. It's a little bit worth it. It's got to be. This turn, like I draw a land. Ugh, he has no plays. So the first part of that's come undrew. As has the second. So here I'm just going to fly for one and then play a post-combat Guildmage. Which isn't awkward at all. Not even slightly. You know, I mean, once I got Guildmage out, I could start making a ton of Centaurs and then just win this game the way I won match 2. Lots of Centaurs and then Chorus of Might up a Fencing Ace. Win the game. It's like a plan. Unfurling before me. This guy has been as good as promised. So far this draft, actually a bomb. Just a nice little uncommon. It's the Lingering Souls of this format. It's that uncommon that's unpassable. And it's 2 colours. And makes lots of tokens. And is white. And that's it. Doesn't have flashback. It's different in every other way. Has 2 power? No. Costs 2? No. Lingering Souls kind of costs 3. He did miss his 3rd land drop. Is he going to miss it again? Is he going to attack with the Frostborn Weird? That'd be a fascinating attack. How would I block? I could block with Cello and Fencing Ace. No, then he can just kill Fencing Ace. I could take it. If I draw a land here... Ooh. Okay. It's time for the Guild Mages to go to war. Do I just sit around populating birds all day? Or do I try and Chorus of Might my way through his guys? Or kind of Towering Indrik my way through defending against his guys? I feel like the birds plan is doing quite well right now. Certainly both plans help Chorus of Might equally. And the birds plan lets me leave my mana up on his turn, which might be relevant. I mean, if he goes for Annihilating Farm every 2 guys a Guild Mage, you bet I'm going to Chorus of Might that Guild Mage to keep it alive. That's not something I'm at all adverse to doing in this situation. So, just flying there for 1, start churning out the tokens, really. Video Guys Guild Mage is certainly a lot better than you're flooded than when you're screwed. But it works in both, I think. Okay, so he failed to draw the land he needed for his Annihilating Fire. Doesn't have attacks here? I mean, he doesn't know about the Chorus of Might. But he still doesn't seem to have attacks, by my reckoning. Yep, so let's start making bird tokens, boys. Now he has the Annihilating Fire. I mean, now would be the time, but he doesn't have the mana. He could loot. He could Inaction Injunction. No, that's Sorcery Speed. Yeah. It's possible if I was him, I would have looted on my turn to find land. So that makes me think he's got some sort of trick. I mean, he's got Doorkeeper on board, but he can't be planning to Doorkeeper me out this early in the game. For one thing, I beat him down with flyers way before that happens. It's possibly a Skymark Rock in hand and is waiting on white mana, but if he's waiting on white mana, looting again is by far the better play. Again, is there any real need to play the spells in my hand when I can just keep populating bird tokens for the same benefit? Because sooner or later he might draw a way to shut down my populating of bird tokens. And, you know, that's bad. I don't want that to happen. And sooner or later, my fencing ace is going to have more power when Corrosive Mighted than he's got toughness. I mean, right now he's got 10 toughness, which is quite a lot. And it would only have, like, it would only be a 6/6 double striker. That would only trample over 2 damage. It's ridiculously bad. It would also kill his whole board. I mean, chances I'd only block it with 4 toughness. Okay, so he's looting on my turn. It feels weird that he didn't do that on his own turn to try and find his lands. Unless he was holding up... Oh, it's possibly he's holding up a counterspell. So it's worth thinking that he has cancel or... Okay, he's discarding 6 drops, so he's clearly after his lands. He thought for a while as well, which means he probably didn't find a land. No, he found his white source, which means he may well have the rock. And all of his minions. Nope, just a rune wing. Okay, well that shuts down my birds just as well. I mean, I say shuts down. I can still attack, make a bird each turn, he eats it each turn, you know. Get through a little bit of damage. But, I'd much rather sit here. I'd much rather start playing out the spells in my hand, essentially. I think this turn I'll just play Golgari Decoy, because that puts a lot of pressure on him to try and do something, because all my power on the board becomes relevant in that moment. And not only relevant, but important. Because, well, he doesn't know it, but I've got Corrosive Might. And Corrosive Mighting a Golgari Decoy is really good. It would get +6/+6 and trample, which means it would almost certainly survive, if not flourish. So yeah, Decoy puts the most pressure down, and also provides a body which he wants to kill, which isn't the Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage. So if he draws the means to kill Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage, and then kills Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage, I'm not distinctly behind. Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage is still by far the target for his removal. But, we'll see what happens. Playing the Temple Garden tapped here, no reason to go with it untapped. There's no 2 spells I can play this turn. Hopefully next turn I can double Centaur with the Courser's Accord, and then single Centaur with the Vitu-Ghazi Guildmage. Guildmage is insane. I mean, depending on what he plays, I might just get in there with the team next turn. I mean, he's got, what, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 toughness. So my Golgari Decoy survives as well, crucially, whilst getting through 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, 8 damage, which is insane. It's possible my Fencing Ace is also lethal at that point, once it's unblocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. No, I should Corrosive Might the... Oh, that's really bad. Oh, did not... Okay, haven't been playing around that all game. Okay. Now we're on the back foot somewhat more. He just got, like, 3 turns of our time and our Fencing Ace, which was kind of our win condition. So now we're on the backup plan, which is start playing land, start making Centaurs, make the Golgari Decoy lethal. It's worse. I've now got no defense for his Rune Wing, so I'm taking a little bit of damage off the Rune Wing over the next few turns. Playing against someone else who's also recording, the games take a lot longer. There's a lot more empty kind of air you want to voice but can't. So I'm taking 4, 5, 6, 7 this turn. Oh, that Electrickery was just brutal. That was brutal. Did he top deck that? If he'd had it surely if he had had it last turn, he would have cast it last turn. I've got no good blocks here as well, because my guys just die to his blocks, so there's no point in just chumping the Seller on the Frostmourne. And he's got a post-combat spell in Hover Barrier. Jeez. Okay, so if I play the Indrik, then I can have blockers on his Rune Wing. But I feel like taking 2 down to 13 is fine, especially since then next turn, if I go with this plan, which is one of Centaurs, I can play Indrik and Centaur Healer in the same turn. And vaguely, not entirely, but vaguely give up on the Vitu-Ghazi plan.